How you doing? This is George Sender, the guy from Pittsburgh. I'm going to show you a picture of somebody. This was a happy, smiling fellow yesterday with his little girl and his beautiful wife. And he's not with us today. And it's something I'm going to call global warming. No, I take that back. Terrible global warming workplace violence. Because we had our Attorney General and our President say they're not sure it's terrorism. It could be workplace violence. Just like the shooter at Fort Hood who killed 12 Army soldiers who couldn't defend themselves because the same president won't let them carry guns on duty in the Army, which is ridiculous. Well, that's a guy named Robert Adams, 40 years old. He'll never see 41. And to say this is workplace violence, they're already saying the shooter yesterday was radicalized. And his mystery wife that he met in Saudi Arabia, and then they went to Pakistan. And Fox said this morning it cost $25,000 to $30,000 for him to come up with all the equipment, guns, ammo, pipe bombs. They were building a factory. They had little remote control cars with bombs in it. Remember Clint Eastwood in the movie where they chased him down the street with a remote controlled little slot car? And it blew up. They had a bunch of those. Go cameras. I've got a Go camera. $400. Camo outfits, mask, bulletproof vest. This guy made, I'm seeing various figures, $45,000 to $60,000 a year. He just bought a $300,000 house. I remember someone on a site I used to be on said they made $80,000 a year. And the banks wouldn't give him a loan to buy a house, even though he had no bills. His credit was all paid off. Said, you don't make enough. And neighbors are saying of this guy that he had people going in and out of his place like a conga line, like a chorus line, day and night. And he was paid to take his vacation to Saudi Arabia. He spent 9 days in there, met this woman, then they went to Pakistan. Well, can you say the word training camp? ISIS or Al-Qaeda training camp? I can. He was radicalized. His wife just had a baby. And their car had 1,500 rounds in it. They shot 70 rounds off of the cop, and they had thousands of rounds in their house. And bombs. And bombs in the car. And one victim had argued. Not argued out of meanness. Nicholas Dasalinos, a health inspector, like the shooter, a Messianic Jew, by friends who enjoyed debating religion. 2 weeks ago, he had a heated discussion with Farouk about the nature of Islam. He and his wife had just renewed their marriage vows. He was 52. Here's Damian Maines, 58, Riverside. Devoted to serving others and known for dressing up as Santa Claus for school pictures. He worked in the public health department. Received a community recognition award for his work in Riverside. Tin again, a food inspector, just like this guy. Native of Vietnam. She was supposed to marry Nick in 2 years. A cousin of New York Giants safety Nat Mayer. He's not with us. So I'm going to list these people. Just so you can remember, they're not victims of workplace violence. No matter what the Attorney General says, Obama, and what the networks don't want to say. And I thank Greg Gutfeld for saying, are they going to blame this on global warming? Of Los Angeles. Benedabet Badal, 46, of Rialto. Aurora Godoy, 26, of San Jacinto. And excuse me if I mispronounce these. Larry Kaufman, 42, of Rialto. Harry Bowman, 46, of Upland. Yvette Velasco, 27, of Fontana. Sierra Claiborne, 27, of Moreno Valley. Robert Adams, 40, of Yucaipa. Nicholas Asinos, 52, of Colton. Tin Nguyen, 31, of Santa Ana. Juan Espinosa, 50, of Highland. Damian Means, 58, Riverside. Michael Wetzel, 37, of Lake Arrowhead. All these people lived in that area. They worked for San Bernardino County. I have trouble with that word. Mike Wetzel coached boys and girls soccer, left behind 6 children from an infant to teenagehood. 8 men and 6 women are gone today. And it's multicultural. Another word the left loves. Whites, Jews, Vietnamese. I don't know if there are any blacks in there or Latinos. I mean, there's one Latino, by the name at least, it looks like. Or Asians. I guess Vietnamese would be an Asian, wouldn't it? And you got a guy and his wife, mystery woman. They go in to a Christmas party. And now we're getting schools eliminating the word Christmas from their celebrations of the holiday. And Rush Limbaugh said, probably now because a Muslim might get offended of a Christmas party or even a holiday party, seeing a Christmas tree. One Muslim sued a school because they dared to have the Nutcracker Suite play in the school, said it offended him. Well, you know what? A lot of Americans are offended that Muslims come here and tell us how to celebrate our holidays. But you're not afforded that freedom in Saudi Arabia or Iran or any of the Shtans, former provinces of Russia that are Muslim, or Afghanistan, where we just spent millions of dollars building mansions for Afghani officials and a multi-million-dollar gas station. You can't be a Jew there. There's one Jew left in Kabul, and lives in the old synagogue. You can't be a Christian in the Middle East because ISIS will chop off your head, even the heads of little children like that one. And CNN almost admitted that this is an act of terror yesterday. But Obama is more interested in talking about little tiny trees that Charlie Brown has, the stunted tree. Than talking about terrorism. And he blames terrorism on global warming. And he said in Paris that nowhere in the world do we have these mass shootings other than the United States, which is patently ridiculous and makes him look like an idiot. The same thing when he says terrorism is due to global warming. I suppose a guy in Kabul, when it's 140 degrees at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, all he's thinking about is global warming and not getting out of the sun. And we built 5 big produce centers for the Afghanis, so the merchants could sell their fruits, vegetables, and lettuce and tomatoes in air-conditioned comfort with sorters and machines to wash the fruit and the vegetables. And they were provided with solar panels. Our Marines have solar engineers. I don't know if you know that. I read about that in Leatherneck magazine. And each one of these facilities cost $43 million. Spending money to get the hearts and minds, many of which are the minds of people who hate us and want to kill us. And want to kill everybody in the West. Even those who are agnostic. They don't believe in God. They don't care. They would have killed that little baby girl. They could have done it. Thank God she wasn't at the party. Thank God the mother wasn't at the party. And that autistic center has hundreds of little children and their parents and workers there every day. So you need to tell the networks and the president and the attorney general to knock this crap off, that it's due to global warming or workplace violence. The only violence that was perpetrated yesterday in the workplace was the San Bernardino police, the highway patrol, the FBI, the sheriff's department, shooting at two soulless thugs who took the lives of 14 innocent people. That is the workplace violence. And sadly, they killed them. We'll never know information we could have gotten. Perhaps what they should do in these incidents, let them shoot off all their ammo. But then they probably would have blown themselves up. They had bombs in the cars. I do wonder one other thing. It's just out of curiosity, struck me as they rented that SUV. Does the rental company get reimbursed for the cops shooting the hell out of it? Maybe they can sell it as a curiosity to some museum. I don't know. We're seeing more and more of these events. A guy who lived in a shack in North Carolina and apparently had attacked a Planned Parenthood office in North Carolina. And then he goes to Colorado Springs and kills people there, including a policeman doing his job. That was immediately called terror. But this, they can't say. We can't be sure if it was terror or not. It might be workplace violence. Well, to me, there's one other thing. Barack Obama and his current Attorney General and the last Attorney General saying something is workplace violence. That's terroristic to me. Because it's denial of what is the truth. There are terrorists out there. And they want to kill. And then they'll kill themselves if necessary. So they can be martyrs for Allah. Or whatever cause they have. Okay, that's all I got to say, but I had to say it. Have a good evening. Be safe out there. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.